With the release of Sumeru around the corner in Genshin Impact, as we approach Yoimiya rerun as well, a lot of people are asking this exact same question. Should I skip Yoimiya for Sumeru characters? I mean, after all, that's understandable. Sumeru teaser showed us some brand new exciting characters. Some of them are probably gonna have brand new interesting mechanics, especially with Danjo being released as well. It is expected that some of them is gonna have really interesting interaction with Danjo or even existing character in its own way, and everybody wants to get their hand on that brand new, shiny, new stuff. However, I'm actually here to tell you today that you should really reconsider that choice. I'm here today to talk about why it is dangerous to pull based on future potential. But as always though, you guys know it, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. I also stream mostly on Twitch and will be streaming Danjo release as well, so don't forget to follow over my Twitch as well, and let's get started. Let me explain what does it really mean to be pulling based on future potential. Occasionally some people like to make their pull decision based on some like unknown future potential. For example, things that people have done before is, well, this DPS characters is kind of meh right now, but they're gonna be so good in the future because they're gonna make XYZ or something like that, and so they pull based on that. Other times, some people will say like, oh, this support is so good right now, but as we get more and more characters, they're gonna be so universal because they're gonna work so well with every single one of those characters. And once again, people are making their pull decision based on some unknown future potential. You know, you're pulling for characters and hoping that they get better in the futures as we get more characters or artifact. And in this particular case of the video, people are making the opposite decision but still relevant, which is choosing to skip Yoimiya because of the future Sumeru characters that's gonna be quote unquote super crazy exciting, super great, super fun, I don't know. And while characters do get buffed through the release of new characters that work really well with them, or new artifact set or new weapon, to be honest, the truth is nobody can truly predict the futures. After all, the future is exciting because it is unknown. For example, well, Xiao never got a support, and even though he got a brand new artifact set, honestly the artifact set wasn't even that good. On the other hand, support character like Xinyan is still waiting for her turn to be relevant at all, and well, while Qiqi got a little better through the release of Ocean Hill Clan, to be honest, she's still pretty shit. In general, when we talk about pull value, what I truly think is that you should only base it on the current information that we know about. When Kazuo was first released, he was pretty good, but we can't really base his pull value based on something like, oh, he's gonna work really well in the future with every single character release because he's so universal. And while that was the case, he got really good with all the Inazuma release characters. At the time of his release, can we really with certain say that, oh, MiHoYo's gonna make future character work so well with Kazuha, you really should be pulling for Kazuha in case he got better. If Kazuha is released today instead, with Sumeru just around the corner, how confident you can say that same statement? Can Kazuha work really well with Sumeru characters, or maybe even Danjo in general? After all, we don't even know what Anemo plus Danjo will do, maybe even do nothing. I think that you can really make decisions based on speculative future, and if you stop just for a moment and think about it, that's exactly what fear of missing out entitled. You're pulling for at the current moment like a meh characters, and you're banking on the fact that they will get better in the futures. Or in other words, you're afraid of missing out on a character that you believe might be super good in the futures, but you don't really know if they're gonna be. Honestly, that's the equivalent of buying Bitcoin and hoping that it's gonna go up in the futures. Would it go up? Maybe. Should you buy it right now and hope that it'll go up? I don't know. Are you afraid of missing a Bitcoin wave? Well, that's all for you to decide. I'm not your financial advisors. Now, of course, I'm not saying that you should go ahead and pull for Yoimiya right now and ignore all the Sumeru characters, because to be honest, after all, she is not the most meta-y characters, and we already talked about this in a previously made video about how is her pull value in terms of meta string. In fact, to be honest, for those of you who are watching the video and are like super meta heavy chaser, you probably already made up your mind to skip Yoimiya because, well, she's not that strong. And that's okay. To be honest, this video is more for the people who are still on the fence, who still somewhat care about Yoimiya. Maybe they just like her, maybe they just like playing Yoimiya, and they're wondering if they should be pulling for Yoimiya. And to be honest, if you're one of those people, then I think you should just pull for Yoimiya. At least you shouldn't skip Yoimiya because you are more afraid of Sumeru character being really good and you're afraid of missing out on Sumeru characters. Because after all, you're pulling for a character that we already know about. You know her playstyle, you know her meta strength, you know her personality, and you know her story. And most importantly is that you know you do like her and you know that you want her. And you shouldn't skip a character you like for some future unknown potential that you're afraid of missing out. For example, in comparison, yeah, we know that Danjo is coming, and we know that Danjo is going to add some new mechanics through Danjo reaction, or maybe just brand new Danjo characters. But do we really know what it really is going to do? Do we even know if it's going to be good? Do you even know if you're going to like or care about Danjo reaction at all? Of course, keep in mind that we will be getting Danjo main character for free by simply walking into the Sumeru region and resonating with the statue. That means if you do want to try out Danjo reaction for yourself, you actually don't have to pull for any brand new Danjo characters. The main character will actually do, and I have a feeling the main character will be actually quite good at doing Danjo reaction. But of course, on top of that, eventually they're gonna make more Danjo character like Danjo 4-star. Maybe they'll even give up some Danjo character for free just because it's a brand new element. There's a lot of way you can try out Danjo element for yourself without having to pull for any of the brand new 5-star shiny Danjo characters. So it doesn't really make sense for you to skip Yoimiya just so you can try out Danjo when you could have tried out Danjo no matter what anyway. Do you even know if you're gonna care about the Sumeru character in general? Some people might say they're saving a side note, however, let me raise you one better. Do we even know if those characters will be playable in the futures? Yeah, we saw them in the trailer, but Last Sinora Saver never got a chance to play Last Sinora. And while Baizu was in the game since 1.0 at Boo Boo Pharmacy, those 1.0 Baizu Saver are still waiting for the day of Baizu release. Given what you know right now, to be honest, if you like Yoimiya or you really just want a single target DPS, then to be honest, after what you do know at the current moment is you like the character enough to consider pulling for them. But what you don't know at the moment is if you even like any of the future characters or if any of the future character will even be good and will they even be worth for your Primo. And with that being said, I hope this gives people some insight about future potential in general, not necessarily related to Yoimiya, but personally I'm not a huge fan of talking about pull value when it comes to future potential. Negative or positive, you shouldn't let unknown affect your decision at the current moment. But with that being said, that's gonna be it for me. This video is made by a Xiangling salesman, and I'll see you guys all next time.